Hello, Cancer. Welcome in. Welcome back. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a beautiful Monday so far. If you haven't been with me before, hello, welcome in. My name is Priscilla. I'm a psychic medium, tarot reader, healer, empath, and I also have the gift of telekinesis, which I will demonstrate for you somewhere in the reading, so hang in there. But this is a collective reading for Cancer, so you can have Cancer anywhere in your chart. Sun, rising, Venus. We're all on different timelines and we all live different lives. So please take what resonates and leave the rest to who it belongs to. I do private readings. My information is down below. All right. So I speak to my spirits. I speak to them through my emblem, my pendulum, whatever you want to call it here. Okay. They're gonna go around and around, which means love. Okay. But let's see. Usually they pick out the cards or whatever, but I'm going to be picking them out. Anybody can read, can memorize the cards or whatever, but you have to be truly connected in order to get those messages out. Okay. So again, please take what resonates and leave the rest to who it belongs to. We're all on different timelines and we all live different lives. Okay. So let's go. All right, Cancer. Right now, in your present energy, your current situation. Let's see what comes out. Cancer, your current situation for Cancer. Present situation for Cancer is disappointment, abandonment, withdrawn, you're walking away, you're letting go of something, a relationship breakup, you want to move on or you're moving on, okay? And for some reason, I knew this was going to come out. This is your current situation right now, Cancer, and how you're feeling. You're withdrawn, you want to walk away from something, you want to leave something behind, you want to break up with somebody or something, or, you know, just walk away. All right, you're walking away from something here. It can be letting go of, people, things, it can be any of those things. You can be decluttering, but you're definitely abandoning in something. Also travel. You can be also traveling right now, or, you know, moving on to a different place, or you can be vacationing, or you're just traveling. But for some of you, yeah, you want to escape something here. You're moving on, period. All right. This is waters, Pisces. You can have Pisces in your chart, or you can be dealing with the Pisces. Okay. What else, Cancer? What else, Spirit? Cancer. What's the past issues? What's the basis of the situation? I'm sorry, this is the influence right now. We'll go with the influences. I'm gonna flip her. So, yeah, your influences travel, or something that's about to change. Something changed. All right, something changed. There was some kind of movement. Eight of Wands. Some kind of movement is coming here. Some kind of excitement. Some quick action. But this is something that happened. Something that gained momentum happened and made you want to walk away from something here. All right. Some kind of communication is coming in, or something must have happened. Some kind of something happened that made you want to walk away. That's for sure. All right. Then we have two. Your past issues are two of swords. This is making a difficult decision. All right. This is the basis of the situation. It was a difficult decision, but you have to walk away from. All right. You might be stuck, you're stuck in the middle, stalemate, like don't know what to do. Something here is coming to a crossroads, though. All right. Something's coming to a crossroads. The past, and you were happy at one point. The immediate past, what is behind you is happiness, fun. Maybe for some of you, you used to be happy and now you're not, or whatever. You're trying to, you're stuck. Maybe you feel trapped against something here, about something. But let's see. I'm gonna. I will clear this up in a minute. Clarify these cards, okay? What's the crowning thoughts for Cancer? What's the crowning thoughts? What's the crowning thoughts for them? What's the crowning thoughts for Cancer? For some of you, you used to be happy and optimistic, but this person probably made you feel like negative, all right? Your crowning thoughts are to start collaborating with something, teamwork here, collaboration. Maybe you're thinking about, learning something new, all right? Maybe you want to take more classes or some kind of apprenticeship here, but there's teamwork and collaboration. These are your crowning thoughts. You want to work together with something. You want to be a team with something or someone. Okay, your immediate future is, look at that, lovers. What's about to happen? Lovers, love, a partnership, harmony, unity. All right, I'll see your soulmate. Made for each other, this partnership. This is what's about to happen with the lovers. I feel like, the color yellow is significant, but you might be healing from something right now for some of you. I don't know why that just came up, but you might be healing. Your fears right now are bankruptcy, releasing of the past, financial insecurity. That's your fears, because 4 came out in reverse. 4 of Pentacles came out in reverse, which means, giving up control. Bankruptcy, generosity means, reckless spending, releasing of the past. It means financial insecurity as well. But that's your fears here. For some of you, it's the money, giving up control too. Fear of that. Your financial insecurity here. Your fears are financial insecurity. Yeah, you're afraid of being, broke. Yeah. How others see you right now is being giving. 6 of Pentacles, being giving. Okay, this is how others see you, being generous, being giving, and, being supportive, being stable, financially supportive. Okay, May 10th is significant. May 10th. Having a kind heart, I just heard that too. And then, what you really wish for is hermit, self-reflection. For some of you, just want to be left alone. Do some soul searching, receive guidance, from your spiritual self. And this is what you wish for. Enlightenment, all right? Self-reflection, introspection, contemplating and soul searching. Finding out what you really want inside. Being in solitude too, to get that wisdom. What's the outcome? What's the outcome for Cancer? What's the outcome for Cancer, Spirit? What's the outcome for Cancer? Yeah, 3 of Wands. All right, you're preparing. You're leaving. You're going. You're preparing. You're there's finding direction here. Where am I going? With confidence. This is expansion. This is foresight. You're moving forward here. All right, with new opportunities. You're taking a chance. All right, you're taking a chance. You're like, all right, I'm looking forward here. Which way am I going? All right, where's my boat? When's my boat coming in? I'm looking forward. I'm preparing. I'm preparing my little bag, all right, because I see the shit that's going to happen right now. I'm looking for guidance here. I'm looking deep here. I'm doing some soul searching, all right? And for some of you, you're going to be celebrating this outcome. You're going to be celebrating this outcome for some of you. Happy. Yeah, content. That 9 of Cups. Content about, whatever decision that you're making. Whatever plans that you're making, you're going to be happy with. You're going to be celebrating it. There's going to be a gathering, maybe a little party going on, social events here. But yeah, your wishes are going to be coming true. Abundance is here, material success. You're gonna be happy where you're at. Wishes come true. Pisces, March 10th is significant here too. The 10th is significant. So July 10th, June 22nd is significant. But you have Four of Swords, you resting, relaxation, all right? Contemplating, peace. For some of you, you're recuperating, all right, from all the, or, from whatever you just went through. You're recuperating from wherever you just went through this, relationship maybe or something. Maybe this job, I don't know, whatever you went through, everybody knows their story. All right, the magician, yeah. Because you have all the tools in your, to manifest whatever you want. You have all the tools in your box to manifest whatever you need, whatever resources that you can get. All right, you're very resourceful. This is the art of communication. This is creativity. This is desire, willpower, manifestation. So yeah. I don't know. I feel for somebody here, not all of you, but somebody was wishing on somebody's like downfall here. You know, somebody was wishing on somebody's downfall. I just heard that. So, what else? What is this? What's the magician with the Four of Swords? I don't know. For some of you too, you might be happy about a surgery you just got, of some sort. Yeah, this is illusion. Yeah, black magic is what I'm. Yeah, deception here. This is the moon. All right, illusion, but this is intuition. Pisces, Pisces energy here. I feel like somebody was, yeah, like I just said, something to do with somebody's downfall, wishing on somebody's downfall, black magic kind of energy, doing shit under the full moon, making somebody, confused or something like that, or doing confusion spells or lazy spells or something like that. I don't know. But for some of you, you're happy that you're getting better. For some of you, you're happy with some kind of maybe surgery that you just got. For some of you, you're recuperating from something here. I don't know. Recuperating from something here. Now you just want peace. All right. For some of you, you just want peace. What's the moon? What is this? What's going on with this? What's in there? Sacred chakra here. Trying to tell us here. For the Cancer. Yeah, somebody doesn't want somebody to be King of Cups. Lots of water here. Lots of water. I don't know. Lots of water though. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is a King of Cups. Yeah. What's going on? Yeah, balancing here. So Two of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody was balancing somebody here. Just trying to make choices or whatever. I feel like somebody has to make a choice, on what they want to do here, be happy or be miserable or something like that. But somebody has a grip on somebody here. Somebody has a hold on somebody. Okay. Yeah, somebody has to make a choice, finding balance between life and work or something like that in a relationship. I heard too some kind of feelings coming out about that. But yeah, rebuilding. You can be 37, 35, 36, 37 years old. Somebody here is construction work or works with their hands, when some kind of wearing a hard hat or something like that. But starting over, somebody's starting over here. There it is, rebuilding. You're rebuilding whatever you walked away from. You're rebuilding. Yeah, you planned this is the outcome. But being honest with one's feelings and inspirations for the connection. You know, you're starting over, but better than ever. All right. You're moving forward with hard work and communication. That's it. You're moving forward with hard work and communication. You're starting over, but better than ever. So just take that where it resonates. Okay. 1973 is significant as well. Okay. The number 10 keeps popping up, right? You could be seeing 1010. All right. You can be seeing those numbers, but you can have a 10-year-old. You can be 10 years old in your relationship, 10 months, something like that in your relationship, or maybe you have to rebuild your home or whatever. It's 10 months, I don't know, but that number 10, is significant. You can have that in your address. All right, 10-year-old child, niece, nephew, or something like that. What else you want to tell me with these cards are? What else for Cancer? Anything else? Oh, all right. 6699. I don't know. Those two numbers are popping out at me. 66 and 99. All right. I don't know. Somebody got a 99 on a test or something like that. I just heard or something. Okay. So this is future focus. Future focus. It means strong sense of self, feeling hopeful. You're feeling hopeful. All right. A strong sense of self and you're feeling hopeful. You're focused on the future right now. You know, you're awakened and being aligned with your connection. Positive outlook on life and focusing on your future. That's right. You're trying to find balance. You know, you're trying to find balance. Mm. Okay, what else do you want me with this one? What else do you want to tell Cancer from this deck, Spirit? Cancer. This is for Cancer, Spirit. Cancer. Cancer. What else we have to tell Cancer right now, Spirit? Also, you said 3 of Cups celebration. Okay, closed off. Yeah, you're closed off. You're guarded. You're guarding your heart. I know that. You're guarding your heart, you know, your emotional blockage. Here, there's avoiding emotional connection. You're avoiding emotional connection with somebody. Yeah, I feel like, you know, this is the issue. This is the past issues, but I feel like, you know, somebody has their feelings closed off or guarded right now because of what happened in the past here. Okay, you feel like, you know, no, I used to be happy. All right, so now you're avoiding any emotional connection and you're just being social right now. You're celebrating for some of you, you're celebrating your freedom. You're celebrating your freedom. And you're guarding your heart now. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, heavy burden. So responsibilities. Okay, responsibilities are here. Carrying old baggage. Yeah, clinging on to unhealthy relationship. There it is. Clinging on to an unhealthy relationship. All right. This is carrying old baggage. All right. So Spirit is saying, you know, you're going to be very happy about something here. Right above that is, you know, 9 of Cups. So you're going to be very happy about something here. Heavy burden. For some of you, you're carrying a heavy burden. All right. And you're going to be happy when you release this. You know, fanned out. Look, available. Okay. Available. No limits or restrictions. Willingness to be vulnerable. This is you willingness to be vulnerable now, you know, relaxing, peaceful. You just want to be, you know, in peace, available, no limits, you know, the return. Okay. The return. The past returns, coming together, returning home. This person is trying to do magic on you. Okay, just heard that. This person is trying to do like come back spells. Okay, come back spells, return to me spells. All right. So just be mindful of that. All right, if you're going through this. All right, everybody's on a different timeline and we all live different lives. Again, if this doesn't pertain to you, just let it go. All right, it doesn't pertain to you. Just use your discernment when you get readings, okay? Use your best discernment here. All right, so we have infinite abundance coming in, prosperous life, unexpected windfall, knowing your self-worth and value. All right, knowing your self-worth and value. Don't be, deceived. All right, don't be deceived. People trying to cover their the sun or the moon with one finger, talking about there's no moon, there's no sun. No, they're being delusional. So know your self-worth is what I feel like they're trying to tell you. You know your self-worth, know your heart. All right, infinite abundance. And then you're not amused, for some of you, not amused. You're fed up, don't care anymore, hard to please. And this is right, with the King of Cups and in your sacred chakra position. So I feel like for some of you, you're not amused anymore. You're tired, you're done. Like, oh, I'm done with you. I don't care anymore. Go. For some of you, you're hard to please now. Like you awoke into something like, wait a minute, no, I know what I want. I know my self-worth. I know what I have. But they're gonna try to return here. I feel like for some of you, they're gonna try to return here, or doing some kind of spell shit or whatever. Of course, word, even talking and saying word magic. They can be saying something, but you just don't care anymore. For some of you, you just don't care. You're not amused. Red hair is significant here. Sacrifice. All right, sacrifice is what is the grounding here. All right, so yeah, difficult decision again, and right, but above that to confirm is this decision making here. Two of Pentacles, right above that, a difficult decision, aligning properties, must give up something to win. So you're trying to find balance here, but you have to make a choice. Making a choice, a difficult decision. This is what's grounding you right now. Came up, one on top of another. So yeah, for some of you, you have to sacrifice something. It's a difficult decision. You have to move forward though. You have to align with aligning with your priorities right now. This is your priorities. So right now you're aligning with your priorities and you have to sacrifice something. You must give something up to win, they're saying. You have to make a choice. It's a hard choice. You have to release the past here. It's the releasing of the past. And this is what came up in your fears. You might be afraid of this. Giving up control. But you have to sacrifice something, a difficult decision. You must give up something to win. So there it is. How much time we have? Okay. Let's see. This. No. You want this. All right, Cancer. What else do we have to tell Cancer, Spirit? Don't give up. Don't give up. Whatever that means, don't give up. Don't give up. Whatever you're doing, don't give up, they're saying. So that was a direct. What else do you have to tell Cancer, Spirit? Cancer. What else for Cancer? Doubting. Yeah, you're doubting. Unsure about something. Lack of trust or confidence. The choice is unclear for you. All right. This is part of why you're avoiding emotional connection here, because you're doubting something. You're unsure about something. You're guarded. All right, because you're doubting. Now you're doubting. Don't doubt, baby. The celebrations are here. Three of Cups. Okay, celebrations, delight. The choice is unclear for you, or you're going to be celebrating, okay? Waiting here, waiting for something, waiting for someone. You're delaying action. You're delaying action. This heavy burden on you here. You're waiting for something. You have patience about something. You're delaying some kind of action. Maybe you're delaying this responsibility or this old baggage clinging on to this unhealthy relationship. Maybe you're delaying this action and getting rid of this person, but your wishes are going to come true once you do. Okay, it says you must give up something to win. So, and it's a burden. This person carrying this old baggage. You can be moving far away. All right, distance, places, or people. Maybe you're separated right now. You're breaking up, or you broke up. But it says here, far away. You can move far away, distant places or people, or a separation, breakup. All right, this is you being far away, being distant, being broken up with this person. All right, being a distant from this. This is you being available, willing, available. Yeah, like maybe maybe for some of you, you're in separation right now. You're separated right now. You're taking a break from each other. Okay, you're taking a break. You're contemplating about your relationship. All right, all right, back to life. Back to life. There it is. Look, the return. Okay, resurrected relationship or situation, unresolved issues, loose ends, unfinished business. Along with the return, guys, along with the past returns coming together, returning home. Look, two different decks, same kind of purpose. This is a resurrected relationship, but somebody's definitely returning back to you. They're doing magic. Unfinished business. This is, somebody coming back. A relationship, a situation. It could be a situation or a relationship. This is unresolved issues, loose ends that you must be taking, that must be, addressed. All right. For some of you, you're delaying this action. Okay. You're delaying it. Wow. Yeah, for sure. Back to life, the return. So that's obvious. Something's definitely going to be coming back, or a situation that you have to tie up these loose ends. It's unfinished business. It's a difficult situation, but you have to align with your destiny or your thing or what you're supposed to do. Look at that awakening. All right, awakening, knowing your self-worth and value. That's right. A call high into to consciousness. This is realizing and understanding something. It's a newfound awareness. Yeah, this is your intuition, your subconscious. This is your intuition. I feel like for some of you, you're no longer like an illusion, or, you're no longer an illusion. You had an awakening of some sort. Okay. Yeah. For some of you, you had an awakening. I felt that before there too, darkness. I don't know. Oh, what's this? Higher forces. There it is, communicating with other realms. For some of you, you're tarot readers. You communicate with other realms. Help from the higher dimensions here. Divine protection. All right. Divine protection is here. This can be your loved one, somebody who's passed over. I feel like it's a young person. Or this can be a man, a father figure. Could have been a Pisces or a Cancer or Scorpio. Or you're communicating with other realms now, and or you have that divine protection for sure. And this is you not caring anymore about something here. You're fed up about something. Okay, here we go again. Divine intervention. All right, divine protection, divine intervention, you stop something bad from occurring. So divine intervention stops something bad from occurring here. All right, this is a miraculous turn of events. The divine forcing a change. All right, the divine forcing a change because they want you to align with what you're supposed to align with. All right, it was hard to make a choice about something, guys, but you had to make a choice, or you will make a choice. That's very hard, but it was meant to be. It was divine intervention. All right, they stop something bad from happening. So listen to your intuition. Okay, whatever you do. Okay, let me give you an angel number. This is a number that you've probably been seeing or you will be seeing, okay? And there's a message for you in these numbers. Let's see, Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer? Cancer. 2277. I just heard 2727. So the number 27 is probably significant to you. You can be seeing 777 or 222 or 2277, but 2727 is also significant, or 72. 72 is also significant. You can be 27 years old. You can have a 14-year-old child, but the number 4 is also significant. 4th of July is significant. Yeah, June 24th is also significant here. All right. For some of you, you probably have a 14-year-old, or you have a relationship for 14 years or 4 years, or it could be 4 months or something like that. I'm getting something to do with the timing of the number 4. Okay. But victory is in sight, they're saying. So perseverance, guardianship, and harvest. All right. That's what that means. 2277. Have you recently applied for a new job, school, or loan? These numbers represent good news, and they ask you to continue to persevere and not let your confidence waver. Okay. So if you applied for a new job, a school, a loan, there's good news that's coming to you here. And all those numbers that I also gave you before, 7272 sticks out to me though. So victory is in sight. All right. And Spirit asks that you continue to persevere and not to let your confidence waver. All right, stay confident. All right, this was your message. I hope it resonated. Don't forget to like and all that good stuff. All right, and subscribe so my spirits can pick up on your energy. And if I haven't showed you, let me see. I'll show you the telekinesis. I'm up moving the bell, but I'll move the clapper with my mind. Okay, here we go. Okay, they say that this doesn't exist, but I'm here to prove everybody wrong. All right, if you want to contact me, my information is down below. Okay. Confirmation. All right, this was your message. I hope it resonated with you. Love, light to each and every one of you. Please be kind to one another. Don't be mean, because mean people really do suck. Okay? Mwah. I love you, Cancer. I will see you soon. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering about this, I had a fight with my office chair, and my office chair won. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Mwah. Love you. Peace out.